not building a show truck here. Just want it to look decent from, 50 feet away. This is the worst part, having to shake all the cans. One can down, shaking up number 2 right now. All right, we're back in the shop. What's up? So as far as the video title goes, you know why you're here. We're painting the truck, and we're not using any special tools. We're using aerosol cans. We're using some decent PPE, sandpaper, primer. We're using an automotive 2K clear, but it's going to be in aerosol form. So there's no tools you need. You don't need a paint booth. You don't need a high-powered compressor. You don't need a spray gun. You don't need any of it. Okay? Less than $300, we're going to do this paint job. So let me show you the products and what we're working with, and then we're going to dive right into prep, mask, paint, and get this thing out the door. The goal is get this thing done today and then move on with our life. So stick around. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, we're going to spray bomb the whole thing with turbo cans. This isn't a show truck. I think I said that before. And we're going to do this on the cheap. We need to go get more. These are 2K clear. The reason they're 2K clear is because they have a hardener in them. So it's more of an actual automotive clear coat. If you just use like a lacquer clear, it's going to peel. We've got 3 cans of filler primer. So this is for like your rock chips and areas that might need to be built up a little bit. And then we have 8 cans of Turbo Gloss Protective Enamel by Rustoleum. These are, again, the turbo cans. The reason we're using the turbo cans, they got this huge fan on them. And so the spray is really good, actually. So these are about 15 bucks a piece. Those are, with discount, about 20 bucks a piece. I think these were like 8. I bought one of these hoping I could take that cover off and use them on the primer, but I can't figure out how to get it off. So. All right, so I haven't painted any car. However, I think I've mentioned it before. When I was maybe Julian's age, maybe a little bit older, my family had a car dealership. And so, we would get used cars in, we have to refurb them, clean them, whatever. Sometimes I have to repaint them. And so I helped my father do several cars, but I would never paint. I would always help with prep. And while my prep is not amazing, because what I learned, I was, maybe 12. What he instilled in me is that the paint work is 95% prep work. So if it doesn't look good when it's sanded, if it is not masked correctly, those are all going to, like, putting paint on, it's not going to make it better. So you got to spend the time to do the prep. You got to spend the time to do the sanding, the wet sanding, making sure your body filler is clean, making sure that you clean your surface before the paint goes on, making sure you use the right primer, making sure you mask stuff off. Because if you don't mask it off, you're going to get paint on things you don't want paint on, right? So you got to take the time to get the prep done right. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're masking off all the lights. We're masking off the windows. We're trying to, do the door handles and all these things. And we could have removed some of this, but it was just easier to do it this way for me. And then the other thing I want to point out is, like, we're not using any fancy tools. Like, this is just standard painter's tape that you'd use for, like, painting your house or whatever. And then we've got free newspapers that we got, I think, at like the hunting section of Walmart. We're using some butcher paper here that you see. There's stuff that I had around. It's very low cost. So the idea that I want to put forth here is, like, this paint job can be done by anybody. All right, I think it's go time. What we're going to do is we're going to clean the whole truck. Some glass cleaner just to get any loose debris, any dust off, degrease it, and then we're going to start spraying. For better or worse, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to try to avoid having any runs, hopefully. So these new fenders have been primed, and then I used some filler prime to, get some of the little imperfections out. I did the same thing on the rest of the truck pretty much.
Although there's still a lot of original paint, and then we scuffed everything with 600 grit sandpaper to give the new paint a good surface of adhesion. We went over the whole truck with 600 just to smooth everything out and make sure we didn't miss anything. Make sure we're changing our rag frequently too, because we don't want to just be waping dirt to be waping dirt. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it'll be a good experiment either way. And we're going to try to restore the truck back to what it looked like when I got it. So again, it's going to all be white. And then these body lines, we're going to do black pinstriping down. We'll put the original brush guard back on. We still have to replace the rear bumper. We want to bring it back to as much original as we can. All right, time to switch the rag out. Take you with me, come down here. So this panel was probably the worst, if you guys remember. This is the one we had to cut, weld in a bunch of tabs, a lot of Bondo, a lot of sanding to get it even close to what it is today. And it doesn't look bad from about 20 feet, but we're not building a show truck, so it's fine. And we don't have to put fender flares on it to hide the terrible work. So I think it'll be good enough. So wipe this whole thing down one more time. Make sure we got all the debris. Looks good. Miss this. Good look. Make sure I didn't leave any. Yeah, let that dry. All right, on to the front.
I don't know, I just woke up from a little nap. It's a little dark, but you guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let...
This is the worst part, having to shake all the cans. One can down, shaking up number 2 right now.
The light shine through for you, 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 let the light shine through.
Second can down, gotta shake up the third one. So we've got one coat on the right side, one coat on the hood in the front, and we got one coat halfway down to the passenger side door. So we gotta do that rear quarter of the roof. Then we'll let it sit for 10 minutes and we'll hammer another coat. So if it's 2.5 cans per coat, what do we got? We got 6 cans left. So yeah, pretty close to being on the right money here, because I was thinking 3 coats, then we go clear. And it's covering pretty good. It's laying down pretty good. I'm not seeing any runs. It looks good, actually. For coming out of a spray can, I'm actually pretty impressed. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's going to turn out pretty good as long as I can keep the nozzles clean. And you got to keep the can moving. If you notice, I'm swinging my arms before I'm even pushing the button. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to shake this up. We're going to keep going. You don't realize how much it smells like paint in here, but make sure you have a respirator on, because even though I got fans going and the doors open, like, it's strong for sure. Like and subscribe. Three cans down. All right, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna give this 10 minutes to set up. Then we're gonna hit it with another 2.5/3 cans. Make sure our coverage is good. I can still see some spots here that from the primer poking through. A couple more coats and I think we're gonna be in good shape. Looking pretty good though. All right, so we're starting coat number 2. The last 3 cans did a full coat, and then I came back up, I hit that fender and that door in a couple of touchy spots. So I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna go that way, work my way back around, then I'll do the top. So we'll see. It's laying down pretty good. I only got 1 run on the other side, and that's because the nozzle kind of messed up at the end of the can. So I don't know, I might leave it. I'm not sure how I should fix it, because I can't let it cure and then wet sand it, because then I'd have to do the whole, yeah, I think I'd have to do the whole truck, so whatever.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through.
All right, so I've got 3.25 can left. It's looking pretty good. I think I need to focus these lower sections a bit more. I don't think it's getting the coverage it needs, because I can see a little bit of dark. Maybe it's my imagination. Overall, looking pretty damn good. It's looking good. It's coming out of a freaking spray can, buds. Looking pretty good.
Pretty good.
For what it is, pretty happy with it. Rustoleum, you need to sponsor my next build. I'll do another turbo. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's go.
If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?
So we got 3 cans left. 10-minute break. Then we're gonna go for coat number 3. Then we're gonna let it sit for an hour. Then we're gonna start hammering it with the clear. All right, we're starting coat number 3. It's sat here for about 15 minutes. So let's get it on, and then we're gonna let it cure for an hour, and then we'll throw down the clear. So just a little tip, if you're doing a similar project and you're going to use the turbo cans, depending on the temperature and where you live, you might want to try to get the cans warm. So I've got my 3 cans for this coat sitting in the sun outside of the one I'm using. So the warmer, I mean, you don't want to overheat the paint, but if it's a little bit warmer than, 60 degrees, you're probably better off. That's 3 coats. Paint's gone. We went through 8 cans. I hope I have enough clear. I'm thinking I probably don't, but someone online said it took 5 cans to do an F-150, and I only have 4, but then again, I'm not doing the bed, so maybe we'll be good. All right, I'm gonna give this an hour. I'm gonna take the clear cans inside the house with me, so we can get them mixed, and then come out and blast the clear and see how it goes. All right, so it's time for clear coat. So let me show you what we got. So these have an activator in them. Shake it, put the activator on, and slam it on the table, and shake it some more.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got.
So something again was just not quite right. And what this truck really needs is a little bit of pinstriping. So that's what we're doing here. We're doing pinstriping. We're gonna follow the body lines on both sides and bring it back to that original look. So originally the truck had 1/4-inch black pinstriping. I ordered the wrong stuff. I ordered 1/2-inch, but I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if I should take it off and go 1/4-inch or if I should leave it.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby.